Yes, because in a movie where the moon is literally falling onto the Earth and astronauts are shooting a rocket up in space to try to stop the moon from doing that, you know what I'm more interested in? The son of one of those astronauts trying to make up with his estranged stepfather here on Earth. Oh, God. Moonfall, released in 2022 and is directed by Roland Emmerich, who has also directed such films like Moon 44, Universal Soldier, Stargate, Independence Day, Godzilla, The Day After Tomorrow, 10,000 BC, 2012, Independence Day Resurgence, and Midway. And apparently he just doesn't like Marvel films because they're all just the same movie and they're not inspiring, they don't provide anything new and different. There was a reason why I read off his entire filmography of this world-ending catastrophe genre that he does. Because all of them are the exact same fucking thing. And this film is starring Halle Berry, who is 55 freaking years old, which she's a freaking vampire. She looks incredible. She looks amazing. She looks the exact same that she did in the 90s. Wow! But this movie is also starring Patrick Wilson and John Bradley, so you know. In 2011, astronaut Brian Harper was in space and saw something weird. But instead of NASA supporting their astronaut, they ousted him from the program, calling him crazy. So 10 years after that incident and Brian Harper's life has just gone to shit, researchers at NASA have discovered that the moon is falling out of its orbit and is on a slow collision course with the planet. And the first person to discover this was K.C. Houseman, who is a crazy nutjob conspiracy theorist. And after the powers that be finally start believing in Houseman and Brian Harper, they back a mission to try to shoot them into space to try to stop the moon from crashing on the planet. Oh, and then more importantly, Brian Harper's son is trying to escape the tidal waves and trying to make up with his stepfather and fighting off a bunch of robbers and just bad people in the towns that he's driving in, which I guess is just as important as the astronauts being shot up into space to save the entire planet. God, this is so fucking stupid. But that's the Roland Emmerich disaster movie formula. We have this cataclysmic event that is happening either outside of humans' control, or we're going up and fighting against some type of evil alien force, which actually hasn't happened since the Independence Day films, which has been one, and I mean one, of the detriments to all of his disaster films, because when you have a villain and the antagonist is something that humans can't fight against, it's just like, oh, hey, it's the weather, and the weather's going to fuck all of you up. What's the point of getting behind anyone because you're not fighting anyone, you're just trying to survive, and to me, that's boring. But in every one of these movies, there's the one guy who can do the thing and save the thing, but they also have a family, a wife, a son, in this case, an ex-wife. And they're just running around here on the planet or somewhere else, and their story definitely doesn't play into resolving anything for the entire world, but because they're going through conflicts and obstacles, it's a side mission. So basically what I'm getting at is that this movie is nothing special. Is there a special message here, like, oh, we should take care of our planet, or should we take care of each other? I mean, no, not really. Like I said, the nice thing about this movie is that, hey, there's actually like an alien force out there that we're going up against. Kinda. And in order to save everyone, we have to defeat that entity. So it's kind of nice having a physical, actual antagonist that we're fighting against. But you talk about being overly dramatic for the sake of being overly dramatic. It is Moonfall. Let me give you an example, and this is not really a spoiler. You knew something like this was going to happen, but we have one space rocket left that we're going to shoot up to get to the moon fast before we nuke it and we destroy everyone. And there's only a narrow window of time for them to get out of the building, run like at least 2 miles to the spaceship, get up into the spaceship, and launch it. And the window that they said is like, oh, we gotta do it in like 28 minutes. And they're there just standing in the building, And because they are making the choice to go up into space and probably not come back, they take the time within the 28 minutes to go to their families and say, I love you. I'm so proud of you. You make me the person who I am today. And I'm thinking, it's 28 minutes, guys. You don't have the time to do this shit. Just go! Send them a text or something! There's also just a lot of walking around when the situation calls for them to be sprinting or running to the destination because the Earth is about to be destroyed by the falling moon on top of it. Drama and acting! It is nice to see John Bradley getting a role outside of Game of Thrones, as always the dangerous thing when it comes to being a part of such a highly regarded and highly popular TV show like that was. You kind of get pigeonholed into that similar role, and, I mean, for the most part, he is basically the same character that he was in Game of Thrones, just not all in black. He's in a t-shirt and sweatshirt. The entire time watching him, though, I was just thinking, like, there are so many people out there who are believing in everything that he is talking about with conspiracy theories and the moon being hollow and its own like mega structure, and there are mega structures all out in the universe and they control everything and they go around and destroy everything. I'm just thinking, could we not feed the egos of all of those idiots out there believing those conspiracy theories? That's also kind of what Roland Emmerich does with his disaster movie. He always has the crazy person who just knows everything right before it happens. So he's trying to validate all these conspiracy theorists. And should we be doing that as a society? I don't think we should. And Halle Berry is here, like I said, looking just fantastic as all hell, and she's actually pretty solid. She's one of the few solid things about this movie. She does the best with what she is given. That's really the best thing I can say for her. And also Patrick Wilson too. He really tries hard. You do kind of feel for his backstory, where he's coming from, just how the world just turned its back on him, and now they're wanting him to help them out again. Because like I said, he's the one man who can do the thing to save the thing. There is some method acting going on here, because I know he is an amazing singer, and right off the bat, during his first mission back in 2011, he's singing Africa by Toto, and he is completely off pitch, which, makes me happy. I was like, that's really difficult as an actor to sing off pitch when you are such an amazing singer, so Patrick Wilson, he's awesome. Everyone else here, though, is just serviceable. They are the stereotypical, I'm the stepfather who doesn't like my stepson, but now I'm going to like my stepson because the world is ending. Or the estranged husband who divorced his wife because of all of the drama that happened with previous things. Oh, that brings me to my favorite line from the entire movie. And it's been a while since I've heard a line that has just been so completely ridiculous that I had just burst out into open laughter for like 2 minutes. So he's in the NASA little space station headquarters thing, and they're about to turn the keys to shoot off the nuke, and then he refuses to do so. And everyone's like, oh, you're gonna kill everyone, why are you doing this? And he has the most amazing line that I'm pretty sure has never been said in films before. He turns to everyone and says, my ex-wife is up there. I believe in my ex-wife. I have never heard those words in film or in real life ever been said. Whoever said, like, I believe in my ex? Oh, they're the best! The special effects here are here. They're serviceable. The whole destruction of the Earth are probably just like leftover stuff he had from Day After Tomorrow and 2012. Really, it's just all the stuff that we've seen before. And I'm not going to spoil exactly what the thing is that's causing the moon to do what it does, but when you hear the explanation of what it is, it raises a lot of plot points and questions that I am just thinking, well, that doesn't really make sense, because if this is what they're doing, why didn't they just go down to Earth in the first place to just take out all of the people that they wanted to, instead of just doing it like this? And I know the writers were thinking the exact same thing, because they gave some like bullshit reason to Halle Berry's character to throw in there to say like, well, I mean, this would do it quicker, so, that's why. Fucking stupid. Fucking bullshit. The movie is just serviceable. It's not terrible. It's not god-awful. I wouldn't walk out of the theater like I did with Day After Tomorrow. Our three main characters are okay. I mean, that's really the word I'm going to, is that it's it's okay. It's a disaster movie, planet-ending movie. So what do you expect? At least we have a villain that we're going up against, as opposed to just like, hey, it's happening, so let's survive, dumb people. I could see myself watching this again, but not willingly. Maybe as like background noise, or just noise just in general for me doing anything else. I'm gonna give Moonfall 2 out of 5 Blu-rays. Alright everyone, now comes my favorite part of my videos where I pick which movie I'm going to be watching next. And the next one comes as a PayPal recommendation from one of my biggest supporters on this channel, Autumn Blood. You sent in a PayPal donation and recommendation of a film called Les Diaboliques. I don't know if that's Spanish or French, but it's a film on HBO Max that I looked up, and thankfully it's there, because I don't think I would have found this anywhere else. I've never heard of this thing. It looks kind of creepy and a little scary, so I'm excited to check it out. Thank you very much, Autumn Blood, for the recommendation. So guys, if you've seen Moonfall, what did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across it because of this video, then comment below, let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell so you'll know the next time I release my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time with my review of Les Diaboliques. So in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.